Hello and welcome, I'm your host Piyush. Let's begin with the video report. Amidst the chaos of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, the EU, led by America, imposed sanctions including a visa ban on Russia. Countries like Germany and Finland even warned against travel to Russia, essentially aiming to curb tourism. However, astonishing data from the Russian FSB tells a different story. More Europeans are visiting Russia than ever before. Finland leads the pack with a threefold increase in visits, while Germany defies sanctions to maintain its status as the largest EU tourist group. With the conflict escalating, Western countries, feeling like they are conducting a diplomatic orchestra, decided to rain down a symphony of sanctions on Russia. These sanctions aimed to make Russia's economic life a bit less comfortable. One particular piece of this sanctions saga was the EU's decision to play hardball with visas. On September 9, 2022, the Council of European Union decided to fully suspend its visa facilitation agreement with Russia. This agreement had already been partially suspended back on February 25, 2022 in response to Russia's not-so-friendly military moves in Ukraine. The verdict: Russian folks are no longer invited to the European travel party for any purpose. Cue the visa rejection stamps. Now, not to be outdone, Germany and Finland took the stage, publishing their safety guidelines with all the drama of Shakespearean tragedy. Their advice to their citizens was almost like they were trying to impose an unofficial tourism ban on Russia. However, the recent data from the Russian Federal Security Service, or FSB, has thrown a major surprise. It's a classic case of expect the unexpected, as more Europeans are now flocking to Russia than we've seen in recent years. Finland is leading the charge with a jaw-dropping increase in trips to Russia during the first half of 2023, boasting an impressive 47,300 visits. Estonia came as the runner-up with a whopping 47,100 visits. Germany claimed the third spot with a respectable 36,300 visits. They're like the rebellious teenagers of the European Union sneaking off to enjoy some Russian hospitality. They've even managed to maintain their status as the largest EU tourist group in Russia, constituting a whopping 45% of all EU tourist entries. Out of the recorded 38,500 EU tourist visits, a staggering 17,500 were made by those fearless German explorers, with Polish citizens chipping in as the second largest EU tourist group with respectable 5,700 visits. Talk about defying expectations. In the face of all these sanctions and travel advisories, Russia's tourism industry seems to be saying like, hold my vodka, and just booms. It's almost like the sanctions were as effective as a rubber band in a sword fight. Russia remains strong both in geopolitical matters and in its burgeoning tourism sector. Oh well, after the riveting FSB report, it seems the European sanctions on Russia are as accurate as Soros wanting a textbook true democracy. EU's sanction game is too much inspiring, leaving with the unforgettable image of tourists. Bravo, sanctions, bravo.